back to another episode of our last 30. It's a podcast about life, death, and more importantly, everything in between.
And that's what today's about. The in-between.
It's the in-between, man. We can't always talk about life. Can't always talk
technically
about
it is about life, too.
Well, certainly.
It's the in-betweens in life.
That's the beauty of this, I think, for this podcast is everything is connected. You live a good life, transition afterwards, make all the right decisions, live a long, healthy, successful life, leave as much as you can for the people behind you, whether it's money, information, resources, or assets. It's that important. Today we're going to talk about a unique topic, and that is change, leaving the comfort zone. And change, it's not easy, man. It's hard. In fact, I'm thinking about one of my favorite songs of an artist actually that just passed away in this last week. Ozzy Osbourne, after, having an impact on so many of our lives since the 1960s. I picked him up probably early 80s. Wasn't aware of him as an artist, but was introduced to him. And the point is, in the 90s, he was a big part of my life, musically. And one of his songs that he had was "Changes." I'm going through changes. Is how it went. I won't try to sing that because
I've never listened to him before, so I don't know.
You've never heard any of Ozzy's songs?
Mm-hmm. I know Juan Gabriel. Does that count? It's like the Mexican version of Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh no! Don't ever say that again.
I don't fucking know.
All right. No, we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna get through this. Despite just finding out that he's never heard any of Ozzy's songs. Well, later on, dude, listen to his song "Changes." It's a great song. But that's what this podcast is about. It's about going through those changes. And sometimes it feels like we don't even have a whole lot of input in those changes, right? If you work for a place and they come in, they decide to transition and go a different route, and they let you go, you don't have a whole lot of input in those changes. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you can push the change. And that's what this is about today. We just really want to talk about leaving the comfort zone. And we wanted to start off with a little bit of news. This probably is going to be one of the last podcasts together for a little bit. Now, we're going to get creative. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna cost more money for us to be sitting together on the same.
It's gonna cost me money.
It's not gonna cost me a penny.
It's gonna cost you shit
for us to be to continue to do this, but it is gonna cost my man over here some money. Cesar, tell them why. Tell our just shy of 10,000 subscribers. By the way, hopefully by the time this airs,
I hope so.
We're at 10,000, but just shy of 10,000 subscribers. Tell them the news you have and why it's going to cost you more money.
Because I broke my iPad and we're going to be having to do it virtually.
Major news.
Major news.
He broke his
iPad. I got to get a new iPad.
No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. Starting mid-August. I don't know when this is going to go out. I will
within days of either it posting or
right before. Yeah. So depending on when this posts, it'll either be I'm already there or I'm on my way there. I'll be no longer in Texas starting mid of August.
Pause. What did you just say? You're not going to be in Texas?
No más Tejas.
No más Tejas. For those for the bilingual listeners.
So I'm gonna have to change this hat. Instead of being a Rangers hat, it's gonna end up being a Guardians hat. If you know, you know.
I didn't know. I actually am not.
You didn't know.
I'm not as connected to
sports
names changes. I was aware of the previous name, and so he let me know the Guardians are now the former the team formerly known as the Cleveland Indians. So that's where Cesar's going. He's going to
I'll be
just
living in
outside of
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Well, I'll be in Cleveland.
You'll be living in Cleveland.
I'll be living in Cleveland and working for another college about 30 minutes from Cleveland.
Yep.
I'll be taking, or well, I guess I already took a new position.
That's right.
At Overland College, where I'll be at. So we'll see how we transition this and how we make this thing work. We'll definitely record some episodes. Just next, how many days do I got left?
Yeah, we have
4 days.
We have a couple of days before he leaves, and we are super jam packed with other events, life events, things that we had already agreed
We're
to.
at a conference this week.
We're traveling to Austin to present, and it'll be challenging. But hey, congratulations to Oberlin College for hiring the newest director. And your title is going to be
Director of Intercultural Engagement.
Intercultural Engagement. So congratulations, Cesar. Well earned, man. And we love to celebrate people who earn their positions, who earn their who earn that respect. It's big, man. It's huge. Because in many industries, not everyone is earning their keep. Some people get that stuff awarded to them. In our world, you got to earn it, man. You got to earn it.
Not always. Not in our world.
Yeah. Not always.
I got
So what does it mean to leave the comfort zone? Had anyone stayed put, there's very little growth.
I'm not leaving my comfort zone. I'm leaving you. Remember, we said 10 years was the deadline, and I met you mid-August 10 years ago. Because this is when school started.
And done. Listen, we see it all the time. If people stay at their place of employment, the likelihood of advancement is low.
Yeah.
You will advance, but not at the same pace as if you leave. You see it all the time. Students that I have had the privilege of mentoring, colleagues that I've had the privilege of working alongside, when they leave to another institution, I mean, almost always promoted.
Yeah.
But if you stay in your comfort zone, it's a great lesson. If you stay in your comfort zone, the likelihood of advancing is low.
It's very low.
But it's the same thing about relationships.
Yeah.
Okay? Doesn't mean leave your relationship, but get better. Develop. Yeah, get out of your comfort zone in the relationship. Develop new opportunities. Get creative in when you go out, where you go out, in the conversation. Just keep it fresh at all times, and your mind will be better for it. So that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about leaving the comfort zone. We're talking about change. We're gonna
big change.
And I'll be
podcast
adding,
is gonna change.
Podcast got changed. That's the reality. I'll be adding Ozzy's tune in the comments. If I don't, you guys add it. If I forget, add it. So the podcast changes because he'll be in a whole other state. I'm going to remain here in Texas, and then I've been challenged by colleagues to also leave the comfort zone because I'm giving a lot of advice about going and doing things. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I could, and I'll be super careful how I say this, but I have not experienced the same amount of advancement that I believe I should have experienced with my work experiences, previous work experiences, and earned degrees. And there's a lot of reasons for that, by the way. But maybe it's time for me also to accept a challenge and explore other options. And I'll share this with you. I actually did meet with my supervisor and say, I think it's time for me to explore. She's super supportive in that process. And, I need her support in order for me to advance to whatever's next, along with my family and a few colleagues. But over the next 6 months to 12 months, I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to be exploring opportunities around the United States, to
Not in Ohio.
No, that's not in Ohio.
No,
I misunderstood.
Not Ohio. So Oberlin is not in Ohio or Cleveland. It's in
Canada. Mexico.
What's on the other side? It's in Seattle, Vato. It's in Seattle. That's where you gotta go look for jobs. Over there in Seattle. That way you'll be close to me.
Very close, right?
See, like
you
just
wouldn't
right on the corner.
You wouldn't lie to me.
Never.
Yeah. Kids, if you're listening today, please don't listen to Uncle Cesar. Uncle Caesar's a liar. He over here trying to send me. I have lived in Seattle. That's what. Listen,
there you go.
That is a great city. Can I mention right now the best city I've ever lived in? And Seattle's tops. Dallas is top. Listen, I've lived in some great cities. I love Washington, D.C. But my favorite city in the world was Indianapolis, Indiana. I loved that city.
I almost went there.
Great, great city.
What's that school? Bloomington? Bloomington?
University of Indiana, Bloomington. What Caesar's referring to is funny is that he put his resume out there, and the amount of responses he got back makes you feel good, man. It makes you feel that you made the right decision. Let's talk about what change does for us. Let's explore a little bit in what it looks like. Maybe the difficulties of change. Why people wouldn't change, and why people wouldn't leave their comfort zone, if you will. What do you got on that, Cesar?
It pushes you to grow, man. It's gonna make you again get out of that comfort zone. It's gonna continue. It's gonna make you experience new things. It's gonna get you to talk to new people. It's gonna get you to experience a new culture. For me, moving to States, a new environment, new people, new culture, new job. I'm literally moving with knowing nobody.
Nobody, dude.
Absolutely nobody. Other people and some people that I've talked to, they're like, why? Why would you make a move that drastic without knowing anybody, without doing anything?
That's exactly why.
For
those of you that know,
that's exactly why. I did it once when I moved to Omaha. I took the risk, went out there.
And here's the thing, you learned some lessons.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Listen, was it perfect? Was it exact? No. But you learn lessons. That's the beauty of life, man. If you end each day and learn a lesson, you're better for it.
100%.
If you can learn a lesson away from home, that's another unique way of learning a lesson. Because you are way beyond the comfort zone when you leave home.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about Dallas right now. It's a phenomenal city. The amount of growth and opportunities here in the DFW, just amazing.
Not for us, though, unfortunately. Not in education. So that's the bad part for our field of work. Yeah.
Higher ed is experiencing some tough times. That's the reality.
Dallas is booming like crazy. New communities, new jobs, new companies.
Whole new communities are coming up.
Yeah.
Little towns are turning into major
cities.
Every list that comes out about the fastest growing cities in the United States has a DFW community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for the last 4 or 5 years, the number 1, 2, and 3 consistently in Dallas.
In Dallas. But unfortunately, in our field, which I guess that's what we decided to get into, higher education doesn't really, it's providing us opportunities to grow as we wish we could. And you're noticing it now too. You're going to start exploring those opportunities. So for me, I think that's exactly what it was. And honestly, one of the biggest things you mentioned about learning lessons, you don't realize how much a place teaches you, how much a place shifts your mentality and shapes who you really are until you leave it. In Omaha, I was only there 7 months, but my mentality, that shift and taking risk and moving to a different state and taking these opportunities that come up, that shifted and changed who I am. Honestly, I didn't even have to think about the Ohio opportunity, the Oberlin opportunity when it came about. I got a call. I took my time to give them a call back and let them know that, hey, yeah, that's it. I'm taking it. In my mind, I knew that if I got it, I was going to take it. previously to Omaha, I had given opportunities to go elsewhere. I almost went to Clemson 2.5 years into my professional career.
Mm-hmm.
That could have shifted my whole professional career. Because just having Clemson on your resume as an associate director,
they're huge.
It changes you. I didn't take it because I was scared. I was afraid to move away from the family. I was this, whatever. Omaha came about, took it, and shifted that mentality, changed who I was, became a different person, learned some new things, learned what I wanted to be professionally, where I wanted to be, some personal experiences as well, shaped who I am now. So now, whenever opportunities like this come, I'm like, okay, it's hard. It's not easy. We talked about it with the forgiveness series. Change is not easy. That's right. But it's something that we're going to work on a day-to-day basis to be able to be there. And if it doesn't happen, okay, I can come back to my comfort zone. If it doesn't work out, I'm back in a year, I'm back in 2 years, and I'm back in that comfort zone where I know that I'm going to thrive. So,
no, listen, here's the thing, man. You can't be afraid of the unknown.
No, there you go. That's a good one.
You got to go in, man. You got to go in. You know, you think about law enforcement, you think about firefighters, you think about doctors and nurses, you think about all the industries, school teachers, that face tremendous difficulty, and yet they're still there. Yep. You know, we're getting close to the start of school here in the United States. Here we are early to mid-August when we're filming this, and teachers are walking into unknowns.
Yep, 100%.
You can't fear last year was great, or last year wasn't great, or whatever situation is. Go in there and knock it out. You have students starting their freshman year of college. Mm-hmm. Maybe starting their first year of high school or the first year of middle school. Young minds, go in there and just knock it out. Just don't be afraid. Mm-hmm. Go in there and find that confidence and knock it out. It's the same advice that we're giving you, the same advice that we take. Cesar will be moving here very soon. Largely, everything that he knows is what actually you know less about what you know right now. You don't know a whole lot about that part of the country. No, you've never lived there.
I've never even been out there.
Even to visit, right? No. To vacation. That's kind of cool, man. If you think about it, in my case, if I'm doing something like that, it's a little bit more challenging. I have a family and homes and properties or whatever else. Like, it's a little bit more challenging. For Cesar, he's like, I'm just going to wrap it up. Here's the keys to this, and then we get some keys to that. So it doesn't mean it's not easy, though. I mean, It doesn't mean it's not challenging still. It's still challenging. There's a mental health piece. There's like some unique challenges. But you'll do well because you've been primed to do well.
Yeah.
All the work you've done and prepared for is for this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think honestly, with change, we gotta normalize the grief of outgrowing our current lives. We gotta normalize that. Yeah, there is change. We're gonna mourn through change, things even when it's good. But we gotta normalize it because that's when we know that we're doing the right thing. That's when we're welcoming in the new stuff. We're grieving the past, or not necessarily grieving the past, but just remembering and trying to hold on to that comfort. But we got to welcome in the new. We got to come in with a new mindset, new mentality whenever it comes to changes and whatever it is, professionally, personally, in all aspects of it. Because at the end of the day, that's when. What was that quote that we said a couple episodes ago? Growth comes after getting out of the comfort zone or something like that.
Yeah, the growth that happens when you leave that comfort zone.
So
if you stay there, wherever your comfort zone is, conversations in a relationship, conversations at work, if you stay there, the likelihood of growth. I know a lot of people who have been at places for many years. I'm going to say this, man. I got called out a while back from a former student that said, "Hey, Dr. Fred, I ain't seen you in a long time. How you been? You still over there at your current location?" I said, "I am." They said, "What are you now?" And they gave me an example of what they thought my title was. And I said, "No, I'm still doing this." And they said, "Wow, I thought you would be this by now."
Well, there, yeah.
And it wasn't meant to hurt, but in the back of my mind, I was like,
Yeah.
I should be. I've worked hard for the next opportunity, but I've also stayed in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I needed some time to recover, and that's okay too, guys. In the last episode, Cesar talked about the pressure of those expectations to be where you're supposed to be, quote unquote, wherever you're supposed to be. And everything happens for a reason. If you're here, wherever here is now, that's where you're supposed to be. But if you're seeking to find something different, that's because the knowledge and the blessings have been provided to you to seek that opportunity. And for me, my challenge is to find a new opportunity, to grow, to develop, to use my skill set, and to leave a legacy. And that's what I told my supervisor. I said, listen, the thing is, I want to leave a legacy that my kids are proud of, that I'm proud of. I'm not done advancing. I'm not done leaving an impact on the community. But sometimes you've plateaued in your position, and you have to find a new skill set, a new office within that place, or sometimes you have to find a whole new place. And that's what we talk about, leaving the comfort zone.
And I think change doesn't mean, or starting over doesn't just mean starting from zero or from the ground up. It just means starting from wisdom, from what we've learned, from the experiences that we have now. Because if I would have moved to Ohio, let's say, if I would have had this opportunity a year ago, I wouldn't have been successful. What I've learned this past year about myself, about the role that I want to do, about where I want to take my life, the work that I've done with my therapist to be where I want to be at, puts me in a whole better place now. So we're not starting from zero. We're starting from wisdom when we start something new. We're coming with the learned experiences, with the learned things that we want to do, and the new habits that we've created at times to be better and to continue to be successful wherever we go. So I think that's also one of the things that we got to put into perspective. Sometimes we always think about what the challenges of rebuilding bring. Being in a new city, new routine, new friends, new commute, new shortcuts, whatever. But we also got to look at it in the other way. It's a clean slate, new habits, new people, new routes, new purpose.
Perspective, man, it's how you want to view it. Okay, it's an opportunity to redefine yourself. Should you wish to do that, or you could go somewhere else, a whole new city, a whole new state, a whole new job, and do exactly what you did before. If it worked for you, do it. We just think that these new opportunities create, in fact, new opportunities 100%. To meet new colleagues, to be challenged a different way. Listen, success in the DFW, 20, 15, 10 miles from your home, from the school that you grew up in, whatever.
The people you saw.
That's cool. Success in a city you've never even visited, now that's beautiful, man. That's a cool piece. And so that's exactly what we're encouraging individuals to do if that's the right time. You heard Cesar say, like, had this opportunity come up a year ago, he thinks he wouldn't have been successful. Okay, timing is important as well. Now let's bring this back to relationships. If you're in a relationship and it's plateaued, it's gotten stagnant, well, what can you do to leave that comfort zone? If every day you come home, take off your, let's say you come home, you take off your shoes at the front door, take off your boots, put on a different pair of shoes so you don't mess up your floor. In our home, we take off our shoes. You go inside the house, you pick up you just do the same routine. Pick up the mail, go get a glass of water, and go upstairs and, again,
Put your bags away, whatever,
If that's what you do every day,
change it.
Change it up, dude. All right. Do something different. Change it up. Come in a few minutes early. Don't pick up the mail. Leave it out. Whatever. You normally someone makes it. You make dinner. So you make dinner. Encourage others. Make dinner with someone. Do something different, dude, to get out of your comfort zone. And then the people in your house can be like, "Yo, are you good? Like you always da 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 da." And if they say that, You always come in and you always sit on the
News,
couch, turn on the, you watch the news. Don't do it that day. You know the world is not going to end if you don't watch the news?
No.
I don't know if my grandfather knew that. He had to watch the news. And here's the thing, we got punished. We had to watch it in Spanish. We didn't even speak Spanish. My grandpa sat there.
Still don't. Continue. Your grandpa?
My grandfather would watch the news in Spanish. Well, he didn't speak Spanish. So if we got in trouble during the day, we had to sit there and watch historias and then the news with him and everything else in Spanish. We didn't know what was going on. But here's the thing. I wish he knew if he, or anyone else, you change it up and people are like, they're going to get suspicious of you. Like, hey, is everything good?
Mm-hmm.
You always go first in the backyard. You do this and this and that. Is everything? Dude, just change it up.
And it's the same with, I mean, that's your regular routine, but with your partner too, like, sometimes we're not intentional on how we go about with our partners and who we are. Bring flowers one day. They're like, what did I forget?
Yeah.
What special occasion
What's today's date? Oh my God.
What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do?
What did you do, dude?
I just wanted to stop at the store, get her some flowers, get her some chocolates, bring a glass of wine. I don't care. Whatever the case may be. Change it up.
Change it up.
That's what's going to get you out of that comfort zone.
It keeps it fresh too, man. It keeps people guessing a certain way. Same thing like me. Like one thing is going to be hard for me to change. I love to go, especially on Mondays. I got to go to the office super early. I mean, if I could get here at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to my office on a Monday morning, that's what I'm trying to do.
That's.
I love that, dude. But what it does is it modifies everything in the house because then you're not dependable on a Monday morning traveling into the office, right? Whether you go by train or bus or drive yourself, or if you're close enough to walk or take your bike. Just modify stuff, dude. That's all we're saying. I like it, man. I like being able to come home with a little gift. Something, write a little note, dude. What does it cost to write a note? What does it cost to do those little coupon books that be like, hey, 1 free back rub, 1 foot massage, 1 free dinner, whatever the thing is, get creative with something, and it doesn't even have to cost anything, dude. What I like, here's a free coupon to sit outside and watch the sunset in absolute silence. Watch the sunset. That's what I would like. That would be my preference, in absolute silence. Or here, watch the sunset, and let's reminisce about our first date, first couple days, the first times we met. Whether it's with your partner, whether it's with your kids. Here's the last time when we had a birthday party for you. Or remember the last vacation we went on? Get creative, dude. Yep. There's cheap things that are cost effective, things that don't cost any money. You can do. On the issue of employment, get it ready, man. Update your skill set. You see a free class they're offering?
Take it.
My university offers free classes all the time for staff members.
Update your resume.
Get help in updating your resume. Yeah. Ensure there are no misspellings. Get a couple cover letters pre-prepared.
Get you a new mentor.
100%, dude. Mentors is key. Get yourself a mentor if you don't already have one.
And we just did a conference presentation a couple of weeks ago about the mentors part.
Absolutely. Powerful, man. People love being a mentor and being mentored.
Exactly.
So integrate that into your life, and find whatever your niche is, dude. If we have a colleague who she does a podcast and it's very specific who her audience is. Mm-hmm. She knows who her audience is. Okay, Christina Jolly, look her up, dude. Listen to her. She does a phenomenal job of empowering women, and you need those moments in your life. You need just good, healthy, clean messaging, and she provides that, and that's all we're saying, dude. Just change it up. Leave the comfort zone.
Something different.
Redefine yourself given the opportunities.
Walk around, and if you're in your office, like for us, so we're in the office most of the time, answering emails or phone calls or talking to students. Walk around campus, see other staff members, talk to other people, go talk to professors. Change your routine up. I think that's when we fall into that comfort zone. Routine is good. Don't get me wrong. I need a routine.
Of course.
I need a routine. But when it comes to certain things, like for me, my routine is I wake up at 3:30. I make my protein shake, my coffee. I head to the gym, and then I go to work. What that protein shake is different all the time.
Mm-hmm.
What I work out at the gym is different all the time. So yes, there's some structure to the routine, but be intentional on changing it up. Go talk to a different colleague that day. If you have coffee with the same person every single day at work, change it up. Go to a different person. Talk about something else. If you guys always talk about what happened on the weekend, like say it's a Monday. Oh, what did you guys do on the weekend? And it's always the exact same conversation. Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about what's going on in the world. Talk about news. Talk about whatever. It's going to keep your mind fresh. It's going to get you out of that comfort zone. It's going to get you to learn and see different things and experience different things. And ultimately, that's what's going to lead you to change,
That's right.
to grow, to be better, to want better.
It's
Professionally,
true. Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you're stuck in the same position for years, because that's all you know, that's all you've been at, that's all you want to do, that's all the same people that you like, the same people that you want to interact with, well, you're never going to grow. You're never going to leave that place. You're going to be, and now I think nowadays it's not something that my generation and generations younger than me are doing. They're not staying in jobs 10, 15, 20 years and retiring there. They go there for a year. If they don't like it, they bounce. They could even be there for months. If they don't like it, that doesn't fit who they want to be. They don't like the, what do they say? They don't like the vibes of that place, that environment. They'll bounce. That's something that we got to be able to do now too. Yeah. And change again, professionally, personally, whatever case that may be.
You know, and I'm more of a traditionalist, right? I'm the kind of guy I'm going to go somewhere and stay there for a long time, and there's tremendous benefit to that. But also,
of course,
on the receiving end of that, you're more likely to be taken advantage of. You're less likely to advance. Someone using the approach like, "Hey, if this is not working out," I would just add one piece of that. If it's not working out, talk to your supervisor and develop an opportunity for it to work out. What can I do differently? What can you do differently? I want to think that most employers are open to that, but some are not.
And if they don't, you bounce.
You bounce. It's pretty simple, man. If you're in a relationship, let's bring it to relationships, and you're like, hey, we need to do better about, let's say, taking care of our health. Together, we got to take care of our health. And the person's like, I don't want to take care of my health, this and that. And if it's concerning, like, hey man, like this is not good for you. Let's say let's add something to it. Let's say they're drinking too much. Hey spouse, you're drinking too much every day. It's affecting our relationship. It's affecting your health. Let's get you help. And they're like, I don't want help. Then you have to talk about what that looks like transitioning from that, because at that point, are you enabling that behavior?
100%.
You know, if you let people talk crazy to you and treat you crazy, and you don't do nothing about it, my man, are you enabling that behavior?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a difficult thing, man, because if you've been in a relationship for a long time, you tolerate stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about a personal, intimate relationship. I tolerate stuff. Now let's bring it to my employer. I tolerate stuff, dude. Mm-hmm. I tolerate stuff so much that I've allowed in previous occasions my employer or agents of the employer to disrespect me, man.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Let me be the 20-year-old Fred talking to the 50-year-old Fred. Now cover your ears if you don't like bad language. Thank you. Fuck those people who disrespect you. Okay, mijo, we're back.
My virgin.
Let me clean it up. To heck with those people who disrespect you. People who don't respect you, well, they don't love you, man. If they can't respect you, my man, you nothing, dude. If you can't get that respect at work, and you shouldn't, by the way, you shouldn't find love and respect and peace at work.
Mm-mm.
But you should be respected.
100%.
You should be a professional respect. But I've seen people get disrespected. And a couple years back, I got disrespected by this individual. this being, this
I know the word.
I don't want to use that word. Let's say this beastly thing of a human
Pop
being.
the picture.
Yeah. But you know what though? I was part of it too.
Yeah.
I let that happen. Should have shut it down. Think about a relationship you've been in. You didn't shut it down. Why not? Because you must be getting something from the relationship in order to stay. What are you getting from it? Was it peace? Was it comfort?
That's probably what it was.
That's probably what it was, dude. You don't want to leave the comfort zone. We're trying to tell you right now. Change is difficult.
Yeah.
Change can be hard.
100%.
It could feel impossible at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it, man. You really do. And learn from those past experiences is what we're trying to do.
And you'll only thank yourself later for making those changes, for leaving that relationship, for leaving that job, for doing whatever.
You know what you end up doing, dude? As you make your point, you're going to build resilience.
Yeah.
It's the tattoo he has on his hand.
Anyway.
I stop.
And that's funny enough you said it. Do you know when I got this?
After a significant situation.
There was 3 significant situations around that time.
Okay, so strike one. What was the first significant
My dad passed away.
Yeah, that's a hard one to navigate, man.
Right after
Emotionally, dude.
Relationship. Situation.
Transition.
Strike 2.
All that. Strike 2, man.
Strike 3. The job. I was told I was going to be getting a position right after I graduated at a certain school. And then ended up happening. I ended up moving to Waco for work. Strike 3. I got this 2.5 weeks after I started my position.
As a reminder
at work. I was just at the house. I'm like, you know what? I want a tattoo. I didn't even think about what I wanted or anything. I sat in the car because I went in there. They didn't have appointments. So I walked in. They're like, well, it'll be like a 2.5 hour wait. Do you want to wait? I'm like, you know what? I'm here. Why not? In that car, I was thinking, what do I want? Like, what tattoo do I want to write on myself? Like, what do I want to get? For some reason, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get resilience right there, where I can see it every day.
You know, I would say that the majority of when you meet people with tattoos and you talk to them like, what is that about? It's rare. Every once in a while, you're going to have like, oh, that's the name of a band that I really like, right? Mm-hmm. Or whatever else. But the majority of tattoos, man, have profound meaning. You meet someone who has 1 or 2 tattoos or 1 tattoo, you can only imagine what that means to them. Their first tattoo, you can only imagine what that means to them, dude. The timing of that tattoo. Resilience.
What do I have there?
It says,
well, you can't read
all things I can do through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. It's a reminder, dude. It's a reminder of that same resilience.
Yeah, so that I got it freshman year, or summer of freshman year, fall semester of college. Why? Because of everything that I had gone through. I had finally made it to college. I was there. I was then doing ready to go. I was like at one point, whatever GPA. We're not going to talk about that. That's a whole different story. It's about that's a whole different growth. But that's what it was. These tattoos are important. Things are important. But again, it just teaches you that resilience. That we do have that resilience in us. We were built to go through changes. We were built to understand and learn from our mistakes and from our past. So what we got to do is just get out of that comfort zone and learn from it, and continue to grow. And ultimately, that's what today's about: change. Things are going to change in both of our lives. Things are going to change for the podcast. Things are going to change in our professional careers. Things are going to change at home. Things are going to change everywhere.
And I think about something that means a lot to me. When I was in the military, one of the things that was, drilled into our head was adapt and overcome. Mm-hmm. Okay? You adapt to this situation. Okay, that's the first part. First, there's change. that puts you in a position to be able to be forced to adapt.
Yeah.
There's a challenge, there's a change, you adapt. And then the second part of that is to overcome. So it's not just let me modify some stuff, let me change some stuff. Then you have to be successful in that approach.
Mm-hmm.
And success, dude, from change, from leaving the comfort zone. In order for you to be successful, listen, Cesar, you could stay at your current employer and remain successful. You could become a master of your position if you don't change. But you're never going to grow as a professional. You're not going to have titles that continue to challenge you. You're going to get comfortable.
Yeah.
And then 10, 15, 20 years down the road, you might even have some regret. And, you know, I think that's where I'm at in my process. Like, I've had enough people say, why are you not in this position?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of reasons for that.
Of course.
You know, you have to take responsibility for your own action, but also the unique nationwide, national, and statewide challenges to higher ed and in local. Are you at the right place? Are you at the right firm, the right business, the right university, the right community college? Are you at the right place right now?
Yeah.
And it always goes back to what I say is, well, who's in charge? Who's running it? Is you know, like, and what version of them? I think, you know, like a couple years ago, if you were to talk about Elon Musk, they would say, like, this guy's a genius in going from very little to the richest man in the world, the richest human being in the world. And over the last year, because of politics, people questioned so much about him. And a lot of people did. I get that before. But when people talk about, like, credentials, he doesn't have that anymore. He might still be the richest man in the world. I'm not sure. But as far as, like, respect, do people respect him? If you were to do a survey 2 or 3 years ago, do you respect this guy? And through the years, because of politics, he's not respected at the same level. And so that's kind of my approach. That's my understanding. Who is your leader? Who's running the show? Who's running your home? If you got a pops, you know, if your dad is a piece of work, is not handling his business, and the house is not protected, if your house is dirty, man, let me not say that. Listen, if you don't keep a clean house, don't invite me to your house. If you don't keep a clean mind, don't invite me in your space.
100%.
Come on, man. You know the old saying in Spanish, right? Dime con quién andas. Tell me who you're with, and I'm going to tell you exactly who you are.
Mm-hmm.
WITH, who you're with. ARE, who you are. So summarized, who you are, who you affiliate with, you become that conglomeration. That's what you become, dude. So if you hang out with people who are not handling their business, then you're not going to handle your business. Real stuff. As we wrap this up, Cesar, I think the biggest lesson I've learned anyways, man, is how we define home. The concept of oftentimes of using the term homeless, unhoused, different references. If you've ever been in a situation where you've been without, you know, when I was younger, we didn't always have, and so we would have been marked as being homeless or being unhoused or a unique housing situation. But I'm gonna argue with that and say that it's all up here. Man.
Yeah.
I know people who have beautiful large homes, and they are without structure, without love, without peace. And a home should provide all that to you.
100%.
A home can be, and no disrespect, it could be a box. It could be a tent.
It's not a physical space.
It's not a physical space, man. It is all the pieces that make it a home, just like a family. Family does not have to be biological.
No.
I have brothers and sisters that I'm not biologically related to, and I mean this respectfully. My two youngest children were not biologically related, but I would die for them, and I mean that. I would die for them, as I would my two oldest children, who I am biologically. I believe. Let me clarify. I think they are biologically. That's a terrible joke. Scratch that part out. Okay, so he's not. I know him. He takes out stuff that embarrasses him. But if I say something, that's how it works.
If you edited it,
home isn't a place.
No.
Home is where the love is. It's the connection. It is not a physical place. And so, therefore, if you're seeking change and you're afraid to leave home, baby, home is where you lay your hat, where you take off your boots, where you rest your head. That's home. And maybe even home and resting your head is on someone's shoulder, on someone's heart. That's how simple this is. And so, what the change we're talking about is physical, spiritual, emotional, mental health change. Leave that discomfort behind. If you're struggling with mental health, find help. Seek help. And I know that's not easy, dude.
It's not. But it's needed. That's powerful. And just to end the episode, we've talked about affirmations, so we've talked about all of this. I actually found an affirmation for this episode specifically. So I want to read that to you guys and keep this in mind. I'm going to keep it in mind as I transition into this new role, into this new life, to this new environment. I don't know what is in store for me in Cleveland. I have no freaking idea.
Success.
Bro, literally, I'm just talking about it. I'm peeing my pants about how scared I am of this whole.
Wait, hold on.
Not literally, but
okay, well,
not literally. But
well, when I say I'm peeing my pants, I'm 50.
Well, yeah, you are 50, so that is true. But no, like I'm scared. I don't know what's gonna bring, but I'm also excited about the possibilities in the realm of opportunities that are out there. But this affirmation says, "May you remember that every ending is just a comma in your becoming. May you trust the road ahead, even if it's foggy. May you arrive not just at a new place, but into a deeper version of you."
Man, may you arrive at a deeper version
of you
in everything that you do. Relationships, academics, new opportunities, a job, a new place, buying a new home, starting a new business, jumping on that crazy idea of entrepreneurship. May you arrive in as a deeper version of you. Deeper meaning just conceptually, Dave. May you just be a different you. And I love that. I celebrate that. I hope that you use this as a little catalyst to encouraging change. And I hope that in one day, years down the road, if we come back and listen to this episode, we're also inspired by our words and remind each other, like, hey, dude, we're destined for greatness, man. Destined for greatness. As we meet new people, I tell people, like, hey, I do a podcast, among other things. Hey, share the link. Yeah. They hit me back like, hey, I really like what y'all talking about. I really like the things you're saying, because we're just humble agents, man. We're just trying to share a little bit of the knowledge and love that that's been shared with us.
We've received through the years, absolutely. But
thank you guys for listening. We hope this one hit for you. We hope this inspires you. Thank you if we reach 10,000 by the time this thing.
And if we have any Cleveland subscribers, hit me up.
Hit us up in the comments.
I'm gonna need some recommendations. Some good food up
there.
Good
restaurants, man. Yeah. Places to hang out, and he's already got housing covered. Of course, he's got this great job secured.
I'm not going to be a Browns or a Guardians fan, but I'll still go and watch the games.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always liked the Cleveland Browns.
Well, I mean, I might live next to Shador. Oh, boy, you're white. You're from Corpus Christi, bro.
Bro, this summer I got some brown to me. Just looking good, man. I love myself, dude.
But not even your caca is brown.
Fred, you're a handsome guy. You keep being handsome. You ignore the 10-foot haters in your life.
Not even your caca is brown. That shit's
Thank you guys.
down.
Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful week. Love y'all, man.
Thank you guys.
Be good. See y'all later.